Hey everyone, it's Carson and it's time for a new weekly product update. This week we have a big announcement. Our new and improved tagging feature has been reimagined. It's finally live. You can go in and test it out yourself. Now, it's such a big push and update for us this week that I'm not going to spend a ton of time talking about it. I'm just going to show you where it's at and let you go in and check it out for yourself because there's kind of a little bit of a learning curve, but once you start using this tagging feature for your spaces, our goal and our hope is that you're never going to go back to tagging any other way. It's faster, it allows more customization, and it's actually just a lot of fun. So this update is basically two parts. Our new tagging feature consists kind of two things. One is the actual tagging page itself, which I'll show you in a second. And two is what we call our icon studio, which allows you to make your own tag icons in a pretty fun, cool way. So without further ado, here we go. The new feature you can find in a couple different places, but the quickest way to get to it from inside your portal account is right here on the left side. You see this new area right here called tags. So I'm gonna click on that. And I'm taken to our new tagging feature. You can also get to these features via the manage space page, which you'll see, but I click tags and you can see a couple different things. So I'm on the client Austin Avenue. I can see Austin Avenue spaces right here. And then I can see icons, ooh la la. So these are all icons that I've made kind of for fun in our icon maker. So first I'm gonna show you actually tagging itself. Like I mentioned, you can get to this via the manage space page, or you can get to it right here. So if I click tags, I see my spaces here. I'm gonna click add tags. Then I'm gonna choose the room that I wanna add tags to, and then I'll click living room. Okay, and now you can see it's a whole new user interface right here for actually adding tags. So like I mentioned, I'm not gonna dive in too much to all the details, but I just wanna go through and place one tag with you just to kind of show you how this works. So what I'll do I have different options that are all quick and have their pros and cons, but what I'll do is I'll just click this plus button. That'll place a new tag. I'm gonna place it right there in the middle. You can see here, I'm gonna click adjust. I can choose to show the stem or not. I can adjust the stem length. And if I'm like, well, that's not quite where I wanted it, I actually want it right here, I can do the same thing. I can replace it and boom, beautiful. The next is I can choose an icon. So these are all the icons that I have loaded into my account right now that I've created. I'm gonna choose this ticket one. And so that'll be the icon used. And then I can give it a title. We'll do test tag 1, description, test tag description. Then what I'll do is I'll add a button, learn more, HTTPS, Openhaus.app. I just added my button. Next, I can add my media. I'm gonna add an image to this. Let's see. Let's give this image right here. And next, I can customize my styles. Ooh la la. You can see I'm seeing a preview of this tag right here. This tag pop-up. I have full control over all of the elements of this page. So I can choose Jost. I'm gonna make my title bigger. I'm gonna make it kind of a gray font, bold, italicized, left aligned, beautiful. I wanna do Roboto, 12. Actually, we're gonna make this bigger. Test tag description. We're gonna left align this as well and keep it as is, and it's gonna be a beautiful red. You get the point. I'm not gonna go through all this, but you get the point that you have a lot of customization options here. Pretty fun to mess around with. We can't wait for you guys to check it out. So there are my tag styles. I'm gonna click close. And then what is so efficient about this now, okay, so I just created that tag, I added it. There's a lot of buttons that you're gonna need to learn, but once you do, you'll be able to go through these really quick, okay? So I can you can see that this tag is ready to go. I can add up to 20 tags at a time, and you can do it pretty quickly, okay? So if I click plus, what you'll see is it'll add another tag for me. And what's cool is right here, oops, excuse me. If I click on styles, well, I need to add some content, but I'll just let you know, you'll see when you try this out. The styles from the previous one are saved. The tag icon from the previous one are saved. All of these settings that are basically duplicated are saved. So every time you add a tag, you don't need to duplicate stuff. But let's say, I actually don't want to do that one. I want to clone this exact tag. I would just want everything to be the same, but it's going to be a different tag over here. And then maybe actually I'm going to adjust this to say test tag 2. And I don't want to show the stem. You get the point. You can see how I can quickly go through, duplicate, add tags quickly. We just can't wait for you to get in and test this out for us. Both of these are ready to go, but what I want to show you is one more thing. I'm going to click add another. Okay, and if I click on this little icon right here, I can choose a different icon. Let's say, well, I actually don't love any of the icons that are here. I'm going to create a new icon. And this takes us to our icon studio. So I'm going to give this a new nickname. Test tag icon 1. Let's do a shield with a neon teal, and in the middle of the shield it's going to have a comment. For whatever reason, this is the tag that our clients want. We're going to make this kind of a darker, slightly darker teal. There we go. And now I'm going to adjust the position of that, make it smaller, go to the right a little bit up. Perfect. That's in the perfect spot. I'll click save. And that icon was just created. So I'm going to go back, and you can see if I click on this, I have this icon available to me right now. So that's a little preview of the Icon Studio. 2 parts here, okay? First is the tagging interface itself, totally reimagined for speed, customization. And part number 2 is our Icon Studio, which, as you can see right here, is this fun little tool that lets you create really custom icons with just dozens and dozens of possibilities. We'll even be adding soon the ability to upload a client logo. So if I wanted to do a shield and I wanted my client's logo to be in the middle of it, we'll be doing that soon as well. Lots and lots of good stuff coming, but that is the update for this week. You need to just go in, test it all out yourself, and watch out for the various how-to videos that we'll be showing that will allow you to kind of learn how to use this tool. So just to kind of show you how this works before I go, now that these 2 tags are ready, I'll click publish, and you can see it's really nice. It'll do one at a time, and you'll see added that one, added that one. If I had 20 tags right here, it would just go through one at a time and make sure those tags were added correctly. If it hit a hiccup, it would just stop, save my work as it is on the page, and then just warn me that there was an error, let me correct it, and then click publish again. So no more lost work, which nobody wants. There's nothing more frustrating than losing work that you spent time on. I said this would be short. It's almost 10 minutes. It's impossible for me to not talk about how awesome and exciting these new feature updates are, because we've been working hard on them and we can't wait for you to use them. So hit us up with questions, feedbacks, bugs you find, and we can't wait to get this in your hands. Thanks.